Welcome to, you all know, the CoWaCo, the company water cooler. We back in the building again. Yeah, so today, let you know, like, subscribe, comment, and share. You already know. And we're not financial advisors. This is for educational purpose only. And we about to get it in. I almost forgot to say that, but we're going to get it in. All right. So first, we're going to talk about how to know if you should invest. Chris, what you got to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. As Leroy, the stock market gentleman. Thank you for joining us. Let's talk about investing, right? And how you know if you should. So the quick answer is yes and yes, everybody should. But if you see a future with you having control of your life, having control of your time, then investing is absolutely something for you. If you want to pass something down to your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, so on and so forth, investing is definitely something for you. If you don't want to work as hard as you're working now for other people, because you've worked for yourself for the past 20 years and you get to enjoy that for the rest of your life and still pass that down, then investing is for you. So a lot of people that are hesitant to invest, particularly in these companies that they hear about all the time, they're hesitant because they think you have to have a certain education level. If you think that investing is only for people who have PhDs in finance, for men in business school and women that are lawyers and in these high-rise buildings, then investing is for you. Because you understand after not that long time spending with research just as much as they do, if not more, right? So you pick the top companies, you put your money in, and you make your money back. Like it's literally that simple. But investing in assets is going to garner you returns. Every year, the price of things go up, right? Inflation. Typically, it's 2 to 3%. This year, last year, it's been a little rocky. With those has to go the value of the assets that you invested in. And here's the thing, you don't have to be a genius to invest in these things. You can start, like a lot of people, with the things around your house. We all have Google. Google is definitely our friend. So if you don't know that this detergent that you use, you don't know that the drywall that you're putting up, you don't know that the ladder that you have, right? You don't know what companies own these companies, or you think that these companies are on the market themselves, go research, go look. It literally takes 2 seconds, right? That television show that you're watching will still be there when you come back. That YouTube video that you watch, you can put the company water cooler on pause. Please put it on pause. Hey, okay, boom. Is Pepsi owned or is that a subsidiary? What happened? Boom. And you go look up Pepsi and see that Pepsi is its own publicly traded company. Okay, well, I know Pepsi. I'm comfortable with Pepsi. I drink Pepsi all the time. Let me invest in Pepsi. You come back and you press play on the video. You watch the rest of the video. All of these things will still be here. It's about utilizing your time effectively, right? And I don't even want to say time management because I don't like the phrase time management. It's too corporate for me, and it's too bourgeois for me, right? It's too standoffish. It's sort of like I'm looking down on, oh, you need to manage your time better. Oh, yes, says the billionaire, right? Like, of course, right? But taking an hour or 2 out of your day, you'll be surprised if you went every day 30 minutes and worked out how much of a change that would make in your life. And what I mean work out, take a moderate to intense jog or intense run or weightlifting or yoga or some type of cardio. You'll be surprised if you do that for just 30 minutes a day, the results and the change. Don't change anything else. Literally, keep eating fast food, keep doing everything you've been doing, right? Keep drinking, keep smoking, keep doing all of that. What you'll realize after a week or two, probably a couple weeks, it's like, man, I got more energy. I got more stamina. I'm able to focus more. This is all of this from 30 minutes a day. I wonder what would happen if, and then you start exploring possibilities. That's the same thing with investing. So you invest in Pepsi. It goes down a couple dollars. Man, I knew I shouldn't have invested, but you wait, right? You don't get out right away because that's tax implications. So you wait a month or you wait 2 months. Oh man, that $2 that I lost seemed like nothing now because Pepsi done went up $5. So that's a gain of $3 for me. Oh man, okay, this investing thing is working. I wonder what else I can invest in that'll make me money. And so you put your money into other good companies. So that's how you find out if investing is good for you. It is. That's the simple answer, right? It's not even, it's a rhetorical question that, or a rhetorical phrase that I'm posing because it's important to understand the value of the things that you purchase. That fast food that you go buy is not going to benefit you. It's a liability. It's going to take money from you, but it's not going to provide anything back, right? If you have 2 hens outside, you have those 2 hens for a reason, so they can give you eggs. You've invested in those, so you're going to feed them. You're going to have them in nice living conditions. Put a little chicken coop outside, put some wire around. You watch for foxes. All of that because they're bringing you something. They're yielding you assets. They're yielding you products, and they're going to continue to do that. So that's how you know investing is important for you when you look around and say, hey, this is what I want a little more out of life, or I want to see what that thing is about. And sometimes you jump, I mean, luckily now you don't have to, but sometimes you jump into investing and you invest in things that are not good investments. That happens, that's okay. Long as you're learning from your mistakes. But when you invest in something, like we talked, like on the last, know where it's going in 10, 20 years. So you can invest for that because you're not investing for now. You're investing for then.
All right, that's what's up. Now, also too, look, if you're going to Walmart shopping, Target shopping, Costco shopping, you need to be investing in those too. Okay.
Yeah. Dollar General. If you buy anything, you need to invest in something. And we all buy things, so we all should invest.
Yeah, because you constantly spend your money with them. Look, you should be invest your money so they can make you money back from the money you spend at their store.
Exactly. You put money in their pockets, put money in your own pocket.
There you go. Yeah. So you got to remember that. For sure. Yeah. And so, all right. So next, we're about to talk about understanding a company's contribution to society. What's up, Chris?
Yeah. So this right here. So this is really, really important to sort of add to that first point. You want to, when you're investing, you want to invest in companies, and you'll hear this all the time, thankfully. There's a lot of platforms out there saying the same message, which is great. You want to invest in companies that want to take over the world, right? They want to change the world. They want to do everything. That's not always a good thing, but you want to find companies that are good at doing those things, right? So understanding the company's contribution to society. If I gave you a brick and that brick did not benefit you in any way, it just sat there, just a lump on a log, right? Eventually you begin to question why you let me give you that brick. But if that brick magically multiplied itself every day, it kept multiplying and it kept multiplying and it kept multiplying, you could eventually build you a house, eventually build you a shed. You will be happy that you made that investment, that you allowed me to give you that brick. Now that's an awkward analogy, but if a company is not contributing to society, if people are not making this company a part of their lives, if people are not talking about this company all the time, if people are not spending money with this company all the time, you have to reevaluate that investment. So Apple has contributed something close to like $1 trillion, right, to society. Obviously that's monetary, but they've done a whole lot more than that. They've contributed to, I mean, I don't know, they've spawned films. Like people have used their products to do things that they haven't done before with other products. People have taken their brand and put it on, laptop. You see it everywhere. They put it on laptop cases. They put it on backpacks. They put it on sneakers. They put it everywhere, right? They've contributed. They could say to the creative pool of society. They bring out the creative in people because that's what they market to people. If your company is a debt to society and it costs society more than what it's making, that's a bad investment, right? I don't research those companies, so I don't know any. But if your company is not, well, I should say, I don't invest in those companies, so I'm not going to give you those as an example and then turn you off from investing because you might need to make that mistake. But if a company is benefiting or adding to, that's where you want to invest. Because it's the same thing in a relationship. These things have to be worked on, right? You have to work at relationships, right? 100% from you, 100% from me. Whatever, this is a business relationship, this is an intimate relationship, this is any kind of relationship. Those things have to be worked on. And if you're not contributing to that man, if you're not contributing to that woman, what's the point of the relationship? There's no need to continue to invest your time. So you have to think about that the same way you think about these companies that you're investing in. I was looking at a top 30 list of the top, well, I was looking at the list of top 30 companies in the world. Each of them, and I stopped at like number 20 because, top 10, top 15, I'm good. I don't even have to really look at the rest, but I stopped at 20. And when you look at the contribution, these are just monetary contributions, but when you look at the contributions Apple has made, the contributions Microsoft has made, Facebook, Walmart, Home Depot, even ExxonMobil. I know how some people might feel about it, but they're the energy company, so they're not exclusive to oil. They're working in other avenues as well. But the contributions, we could talk about the jobs. Yeah, you got you got thousands of jobs between those companies, right? You could talk about the creativity these companies have sparked, right? And you could talk about the entrepreneurship that these companies have sparked as well. On those three bases alone, that makes these great investments because someone may not have been inspired to invest before if Walmart hadn't existed. Maybe they walked into Walmart one day, complained to one of the supervisors about products not being available. And the supervisor was like, yeah, well, what's a back order on this? And if only we had somebody to move it. Boom. Oh my God. There's an idea. I have a truck. I can move some stuff. Hey, why don't I coordinate? Boom. So now I'll start a trucking business. Now I'll start moving stuff from Walmart. So it spawns that creativity. So if your company is a company that you start or a company that you invest in is taking money from people, it's a liability. It is an added disadvantage on top of, right? And it's not contributing in any way, shape, or form, or you have to go into massive debt to fund it. And when you look at the income, it's not, stay away from that, right? Stay away from that company. So when you look at a company to invest in, what has your company contributed to society? What is it known for? Then you can invest your money.
All right, that's pretty good. I like that one, man. All right, yeah, that's what's up. And
you got to bring the relationships in, Leroy. Sometimes you got to do that. I got to talk with these fellas about their women. I got to talk with the fellas. Hey, look, you know what I mean? Because if we're in a relationship, hey, okay, cool. She got to understand that she has to contribute to me 100%, and I have to understand. I heard it was now that we're not YouTubers quite yet. I think you have to have, I don't know, you got to be sponsored, whatever it is, right? We put videos up on YouTube, but a relationship is not 50-50. A relationship is 100-100. Albert and Preach, that's what it was. Those the guys from Canada, stand-up comics from Canada. You had a relationship was 100-100, and they got this from this other young lady who's anyway. So 100-100, because you think about it, why would I give 50% to a relationship? Why would I give 30%? I gotta go all in. You gotta go all in. Yeah, we gonna meet each other halfway, but I'm bringing 100, you bringing 100, and not all days I'm gonna feel 100%. I might be at 95 one day. I need you to take the team 105. That's still that 200%. I might be at 80. You got to take the team 120, but the same happens in reverse. Okay, well, she not feeling too good. Baby girl kind of hurt right now. Okay, she at 85 right now. I'll take that 115 for us. So It's that equal contribution.
See, that's why he's Grand Master Sensei. See?
I do what God allows. I do what God allows.
Yeah, so that's what's up. Also, Chris also said something very important, also too, where he was talking about companies being, you be able to actually, make money from their products. So, like for example, when he was talking about Apple, when you buy an Apple laptop, right? Especially like a DJ or like music producer person, they're using that product to make money off of it. It's bringing them, money in. Come on. Microsoft, when he was talking about Microsoft, being in IT, you can be able to use laptops, their Windows platform, going to jobs, networking jobs, making money. And so I like, that's what's up. I like that too. So yeah, oh, Amazon. All right, so Amazon even have where like you go partner with them, and you can be like a driver. I know they still do it, but you can actually be a driver for them to be able to drop off their packages, like, and you work anytime you want to work. I don't know if they still do that. Even when they actually first partnered with that was Whole Foods. When they bought Whole Foods, they had it to where people can work a schedule where they can be able to come in and actually, use their phone and shop for people, So I like, okay, I like that. I like that one.
Yeah, they're doing that. Yeah, they still do that flex thing. They still do that. So that's the Amazon Flex driver.
Yes,
they still have those. And then the personal shoppers that they have where you can shop for people. I mean, you see them in the store all the time. That's typically the rude ass people that don't say nothing to you when they walk by, and you got to snatch them up. So y'all, okay? Because I ain't no little dude. And, I done had to snatch a couple of them. Hey, where you going? Oh, I'm okay. You're right. Yeah. Right? Because they move through the store so quickly. Because, I mean, listen, you got to do what you got to do. I'm a grown ass man. You're not just going to, come on. So but yes, they still do that. The personal shoppers and the Amazon Flex, they absolutely do that. Yeah. But I mean, you got to think about it. Amazon is what, a $2 trillion company. They're not going to be able just themselves to fulfill all of that stuff. So they have to outsource. They have to. You get that big, you got to say, hey, look, let me drop this off with you and you get it to them. Come on.
Right. I feel you.
You have to. That's the basis for good business. What are their partnerships? Who are they in communication with? What do they offer other businesses of like? Yes, you want to be the biggest and the best in your space. Global domination, absolutely with it. However, there is never going to be one company that owns every one thing, ever. It's not possible. So you're going to have to work with the UPS, FedEx, give them some packages and say, hey, we cannot fulfill all of these. Y'all take some pallets. Y'all take it and ship it out.
Amazon was even working with the post office.
Yep.
It was even working with the post office. Like the post office is actually delivering their packages also too. I was like, wow. Okay.
Yep.
So, all right. So we're to the point where we're going to pick our favorite stocks for the week.
Yeah.
So
I think you gonna go or I'll go.
You got it.
Oh, that's what me. Okay, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go Apple because I always go Apple, greatest company. I'm gonna go Microsoft because, and I'm really excited for Microsoft, and I'm gonna throw Home Depot in there this week. Honestly, with Microsoft, I want them to at least release a preview or something of their spatial reality because I really like that technology. I think is really cool. There's I was watching a show. There is a, and we doing a lot of unpaid promotion, but I was watching this show, but you know what I'm saying, man? Amazon, hit us up, my God. So I was watching that. I was watching the show on Amazon actually, and they just got, you know, they just got renewed for another season, but the technology in the show is crazy. You know, and the phone is not a physical phone anymore. It's a bracelet, and then with your hand you can appear your phone, right? You can come to, so the phone is not actually there, but it projects so well from the wristband that you have, you can do everything you got to do with it. But that's, so I'm ready for them to go ahead and start like at least previewing some of these products. Because Microsoft taking a hit, but I'm gonna throw Home Depot in there just because you know, I love some Home Depot. I love these the labor, like, I mean, I like to call them labor stocks, but anything in the industries, anything in supply, because you're always gonna need materials. You're always gonna need building materials. You're always gonna need lumber. You're always gonna need these things to build homes. So I'm gonna go Apple, Microsoft, and Home Depot. And I'm gonna throw Tesla in there as a clutch fourth, just because they're still under 700. And I don't know if they'll get approved for a split next month. It's Tesla, so they probably will. But if not, before the end of the year, definitely strong feelings about them getting another split before 2023.
You all make sure y'all sync that in, because even in the video before we talked about, you know, getting into a company when it's a good price and you riding up to, like, you know, 5, 10, 15 years, you be looking back like, yes, glad I invested, So all right, so I'm gonna go with Block, which is Square. Yeah. So
okay.
I'm gonna go with them because you can use their technology. It goes right into basically how you can be able to use, Square to be able to actually take payment from, people whenever what a product you actually, selling. And even Square also too has a website now where you can actually put your products on there and actually purchase. People can go to your website through Square and purchase your products. So I'm going with Block, Square, Amazon. We just talked about them. And then my third one, I'm actually going to go with one of what Chris has said, Apple. So I'm going with those three. So yep, Block, which is Square. Oh, and you can even on Cash App, you can actually use to invest on Cash App. So
you can invest. Yeah.
They making sure they giving back where you all can be able to make money. Remember that. So yeah, Block, Square, Amazon, and then I'm going with Apple.
Perfect.
All right.
Man.
So
I like that.
Yeah, so that's it for today. This is the CoWaCo. Like, subscribe, Square. I'm sorry. Oops, I said Square because I'm thinking about Block. Subscribe, share, and comment. And thank you all for watching today.
We'll see y'all on the next one.